Hey guys, it's me, Blue. Welcome to my channel. I am so excited. I'm sorry, we have a little bit of a tilted camera. There we go. I am so excited because it is the week before Halloween and I'm ready to go. I worked super hard on this. It was so fun to do. My pumpkin was inspired by Warlock Holmes, which is the book that I've been reading recently. And I thought I would talk to you guys about what I've been reading recently. So, besides Warlock Holmes, this is the second book. The first one was called The Study in Brimstone, and this one is The Hellhounds of the Baskervilles, and it is so good. Even though I'm pretty sure G.S. Denning is decidedly anti-Canadian, it's still really good. Some of the things in here are just, like, it's... Okay, it is really stupid. I'm gonna admit wholeheartedly, it's really stupid. The first one was stupid. This one is stupid too, but they're so funny. Like, the stupidity is written in a way that is really clever. So I'm looking behind me. I don't think there's anything there. It's written in a way that it's very clever, and it's really, really funny. So it's very stupid, it's very clever, and it's very funny, all at the same time. And of course, it's a little bit of a spin on the Sherlock Holmes story, which I love. Like, I wrote a project on, my nails seem to be done, I'm sorry. I wrote a project on that in like 10th grade or something, on the different depictions of Sherlock Holmes. And now, like, to have Warlock Holmes, it's magical and awesome and funny and stupid. And the fact that Warlock himself is a complete idiot, and then it's John Watson who is clever, but it's like Warlock is good in the magical sense, but not in like the social sense. Like, he's not very good with people. On the other side, John Watson is very good with people. He can actually like think. And then on the spiritual side, on the magic side, he is useless. I love the different spin on the different characters. Gregson being Grogson, Lestrade being a vampire is always funny to read. Like, there's just different things in there that are just really funny. And this one has Sir Henry Baskerville, who is a lumberjack, and that just makes me really laugh. Like, it's just, at one point, I don't want to give too much away, but at one point John has this opportunity to save this guy, and he knows he has to, because of course he's John, and he knows that it's the right thing to do. If someone is in danger, you save their life. And he has a chance to do it, and Warlock talks him out of it by going, "Are you sure you want to save him? He's Canadian." he's like, "Oh, I hadn't thought of that." So it's just a very funny, silly book. G.S. Denning is totally a good writer. She's very clever, or he is very clever. I'm pretty sure it's a she. But very clever, wonderfully written, very talented writer. So I love reading that. I'm totally going to get my hands on the third when it comes out. I cannot wait. Well, it's out. I shouldn't say when it comes out. It's out. The other book, talking about my childhood books and what I used to read, I own a different copy, like one of the copies of Grimm fairy tales, like the original fairy tale Grimm from the Brothers Grimm, and like obviously not the original back in German, but it's really good, and I think it's as close to like the real fairy tales that I'm going to ever get. So I'm super excited by that, because I love the fairy tales. I have Grimm's, I have Hans Christian Andersen, who of course wrote The Little Mermaid and The Ice Queen, and I've got 1001 Arabian Nights in 3 volumes, and that one I love because like it's got Aladdin and Alibaba and a bunch of other things, and so like it's a really, they're classic stories. They're written for adults. They're written not to scare children or inspire children, but just as adults. So I found this at my library, and I sort of fell in love with it because I did watch Grimm when it was on. And so this is the Grimm Legacy, and it's like, what if fairy tale magic really existed? So I don't really know that much about it, just the fact that it's got Grimm in the title, and that it talks about magic. and that's kind of inspiring to me. The other thing I wanted to bring up that I don't have a copy of, obviously, because I listened to it on audiobook, but what it is it's The City of Ghosts, and I fell in love with this book. I think it is one of my new favorite series. Cassidy is our main character, and the books are written in such a way that Cassidy is really, really, like, she's a very cool character, but she's so infuriating. Like, especially as a mom whose kids are like 6 going on 16. The teenager in them is driving me crazy. So I watch Cass, and I listened to the book, and she just drove me crazy. Like, I really, really wanted to connect with her. But it's almost like when you read books like Red Queen, or you read books like even The Hunger Games, where you have this character who has this special skill, who gets to like lead a revolution or be part of a revolution or start a revolution, like part of the rebellion. Like they're the ones that are like, there's political issues and there's a whole bunch of different stuff like that, and it's always because they find out they have powers, they find out they have skills, or they find out like they can use their skills, and it's just like this, it's interesting that, but it's the character wants to go on this journey. And in the City of Ghosts, this girl can see ghosts, and I'm not going to tell you anything more than that, except for the fact that she almost doesn't seem to care that she can see ghosts. She's like, yeah, whatever. You know, like, she's like, yeah, so I'm the main character in a book. Nah, whatever, doesn't matter. Like, she just, I'm sorry, I'm staring at my crackers in the background. But, like, it's almost like she could care less that she's going on this journey, because all she wants to do is like hang out with her ghost friend and go to the beach, or hang out with her cat, or take pictures. Like, she really doesn't want to have adventures. She doesn't want to have a purpose. She doesn't want to do things like that. All she wants to do is just be a teenager, be normal. And I think that's really refreshing in today's YA, because everyone is about having a purpose or being like on this adventure, this journey, this way of developing, and she's just like doesn't care. She is the complete opposite of every frustrating trope that I've ever read. And like I even mentioned, I think I mentioned this in the past video, that I was just so sick of this trope that all these people, these young girls, were discovering that they had powers or they had skills, and then they're going on an adventure, and it usually turns into something political. Happened in Red Queen, happened in, I'm trying to remember, Hunger Games for sure. I'm trying to remember the different books that I've read. Like, it just happens in all these different books, and it's just so frustrating. Even Cinder, to that aspect. Like, she's like, oh yeah, you know, she's the best mechanic. And it's like, no, she's really a princess. And it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they're doing this again. Like, it's just so repeated and repeated and repeated and repeated. So it's really frustrating. It's really refreshing to read City of Ghosts, or to listen to City of Ghosts, and to know that Cassidy doesn't want these powers. She doesn't want to go on this adventure. She doesn't want to have this connection to the dead. She wants to just be normal. And I think that's so awesome. I think, like, it's so refreshing to have characters not care about being characters. Like, that's kind of a new trope for me. So I'm super excited to see where that series goes, and super excited to develop that. So I'm going to keep talking about that one, probably. I am 4 days from the end of book battle, and I have like 5 more books to read. So I gotta get on that. So for now, I'm going to say goodnight. Remember, knowledge is power. Support your local library. And we'll see you again on Friday. Bye-bye.